Okay, we are convened again. Motion to go into public hearing.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we open the public hearing as requested.
Have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So this is a public hearing on the rezone for agriculture to residential rural. The council met on it on April 20th and have passed it to us. So the process will be, we'll go ahead and hear from staff, and then the applicant will have time for some comments. I didn't see any written comment.
There's one on the sign-in sheet. I'm assuming that's...
I'm the applicant, I didn't know where I...
No, you're good. You've signed. That's fine.
Okay, I don't see any public here, so let's go ahead and introduce yourself. And
Hal Jensen, Planning Director, Bannock County. I have an interest in work on Assistant Planner. Chairman Moser, thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning again. And the rest of the commission and legal Brian and Nancy as well. You have before you a rezone that was heard and recommended. The applicant is with us, Mr. Loertscher, and he is requesting to take ag land and rezone it to residential rural. It meets all of the requirements of the ordinance as well as the future land use map for this particular rezone request. If you have questions relative to staff report or any other items, we are here to answer those questions.
any questions?
It might have just been in the packet that as I was reviewing, and it might just be that I'm missing it somewhere, but I didn't see major concerns or oppositional. Was there any opposition to this?
None.
Okay. There was just, it seemed to be that in some social media postings that some people made some comments to being at this hearing and storming in and showing us who's boss, and I couldn't even see where there was an oppositional opponent or an opposite or a concern or anything to this. And I just was curious because normally when you see something like that stated in Facebook land that you usually have an actual comment. So if there's nothing, then I'm good with that then.
No, it meets all the requirements as presented. It's contiguous. It makes sense. So,
Congratulations that you still read Facebook.
Everything
My name
on there
got
is true.
my name got tagged in it, and so I
Popped
you
up,
know,
huh?
and I just love people that bloviate and speak big and don't really understand rules, laws, or regulations or ordinances of how things work.
So you've been reading my posts.
So, and it's not really a question, but this map here, so looks like we're landlocking agricultural in the residential, is that?
I think those are already done.
I think that's not an updated map because those, I believe, were rezoned when Don Marley did his mass rezone 6-8 months ago.
Just caught my attention.
So I'll check with GIS
When
and
we
see if
looked
we
at
can
that
find those
plan.
resolutions because I'm pretty sure that's
that.
been done.
Are contiguous and done.
Well,
So as a comment, I don't believe that they're landlocked because they have continuity to the ag pieces directly to the north.
There's these little slivers of yellow that are between them, and that's what we're saying. It looks like there's
Yeah.
something.
Well, this is the one that we're changing.
Yes.
But, and that's why I say if we change this to residential, then that one would be
I believe
a little
just,
spot in there that's agricultural, and the same with this one, the way it
Those two
just looks
greens.
on this map.
that is not uncommon when we go through a rezone and we have requests and we talk to adjacent landowners and they choose to not participate.
So they have the
Those pieces remain.
they have the right to stay as agriculture.
Yeah.
Right there. I mean,
So
They
we're
do
talking
that.
about we don't need access
This
to
one I'm
No,
pretty
it's
sure has
zoning
because I
law.
think that's
Okay,
an old
zoning law, there
leftover
we go.
Bannock
Because
County
landlocked would be okay
owned
if they owned the same.
parcel.
Which one is it now?
Well,
I just want to clarify because if it was
No,
landlocked
you're
that
fine.
way, then we'd have to look at it.
No, you're fine. It's not a landlock.
So
It's not. It's a zoning lock. It's
zoning lock,
That's a
okay.
county-owned
Yeah, that one
property,
is
and that's a
county-owned.
county-owned property.
okay.
yeah.
And yeah, I think the one with the address
And that one-
declined to
Yeah.
rezone
Yeah.
and they
Okay.
wanted to stay
They,
ag.
they can be left. They can be left agricultural, if they so choose not to. But then their only option in the future is if they wanted to rezone, they can only rezone what's around them. They can't, and if it's rural residential, then that's all they have. There's no other
It
option.
just caught my eye when I was looking through
And
the
as a
map.
comment, Commissioner Moser, there are a number of pieces, more so out to the north, that are like that, little islands of ag land from people that have chosen either to not be annexed by the city of Chevik or go through a rezone process and have chosen to stay as ag.
Okay,
That is not uncommon.
okay.
Okay.
Motion to end the public hearing?
I had one last
Okay.
question just in there because they did. I did see that there was just some questioning on it. That is the Marsh Creek, South Marsh Creek that goes through there, correct? Riparian
Yes.
area.
I believe that is.
You have a
correct.
riparian area that's there, and so that would be handled through the Corps of Engineers and
It's Garden Creek.
Garden Creek. Thank you.
Yeah, if there's any development that takes
Okay.
place relative to construction, et cetera, they'll be required to meet the requirements of the Army Corps of Engineers if there's crossing of that body of water.
Okay, so that is not in our purview, is what I was getting at.
That is correct.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Chairman, I move that we close the hearing at this time.
Have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I call for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve the rezoning. Hold on, I was going to read the rezoning from an agricultural residential rural plat that was approved by the council on April 20th, 2022.
Have a motion, all in favor, say aye.
Friendly amendment, do you want to put the parcel number?
I was just looking for that, but if you have that.
I don't have it in front of me.
I think I just found it. The tax number parcel is RPR 426-5000400, 78.01 acres as described.
And Mr. Chair, if I might, just to make a record of this, is the commission agreeing with the findings that the council
Yes.
had? Okay.
We are agreeing and approving.
Okay, we have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And with that being said, we'll be at recess till the times are